Welcome to This Broadcast Belongs to Them. We are back. What? Oh my God. Whoa. What is that?
I think it's a smack of my gob.
Smack on my gob. Damn, gremlins. I knew I shouldn't have bought that Japanese watch.
Yeah, man. Don't quit.
Welcome back. This week we are doing, well, now we're on to Mercyful Fate. Into the Unknown.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
No, is that the newer one?
Yeah. 2016, I guess,
Yeah,
reissue.
That's the one I got. Didn't they just reissue all of them this year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but on picture disc.
Oh.
They didn't do the reissues yet with all the albums. Right? I don't think so.
I need to get Melissa and all those.
You gotta get them, man. They're selling out.
No, they're gone. They're gone.
They're all gone already?
Yeah, I already tried to get it. And I wanted to get them, too, and that's gone, too. But they're not picture discs. They're like colored vinyl.
Yeah.
Into the Unknown's orange, Return of the Vampires blue.
Which ones did I get? I got.
My buddy has a couple of them.
I wasn't going to buy them all over again. I just wanted to get a couple, like Melissa, Don't Break the Oath, and them. That's all I wanted. But they're all gone.
I paid enough for the Japanese version of Melissa I have. I'm good. And I have the Megaforce version with the bit of extra stuff, so.
Them is terrible. The 216, whatever reissue one.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds horrible, and they add those stupid, like, rehearsals. It's like, what's the point? It doesn't even sound those rehearsals, you know? Right, Lisa?
I don't know. I like that kind of shit, though.
Lisa.
I like it when they include that kind of shit because then you can kind of see how things progress.
Those are kind of pointless, though, I think.
It's not really anything to sit and listen to, though.
For me, it kind of depends on the album and what it means to me. For example, I agree with Ralph on this. I hate the rehearsal tracks they do on the King Diamond thing, but like Death's Scream Bloody Gore, I have the super duper deluxe edition box set with like working demos and rehearsals of the albums, and I just think it's fascinating to see how Chuck Schindler's songwriting developed into what he turned into Scream Bloody Gore. But a guide rehearsal track of his guide vocal to them for the guitars isn't something I listen to again.
It's for posterity. It's it's not something to sit and listen to. I got a Celtic Frost compilation that has all these old demos and stuff, and you could just hear, they were already pretty greasy and sloppy, even in the studio. But boy, the rehearsals were like, woo, man.
Yeah, they were pretty brutal.
It was raw.
I'm a big fan of Celtic Frost.
I love Celtic Frost.
A very blasphemous thing I'll say is that I can never get into Hellhammer. I can't get into it.
Oh yeah, it's
too rough. That's okay. They moved on.
That's really hard.
I respect it and I have it, but I don't listen to it. About the earliest recordings I really consider quality from them are the one. I think the demos Lisa is talking about actually. They're called the fucking Raw tapes.
It's raw, right?
Yeah, and it was the first demo they recorded. But I love Celtic Frost. They're a top 10 band for me.
Well, I was lucky. I got the EP.
Oh,
That was pretty cool. On the
I
Clear with Black Smoke.
I bought that album before Melissa came out.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. That's why we had you on the show, remember?
I have the original press of that fucker.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
And that we just held up, that's how the original press looks.
Yeah.
Some guy the other day was like, I got the original press and had the white border. I was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
The white border is the second press.
Yeah, I have the original one, too. It's got the black border on it. This is pretty cool. It's almost exactly, pretty much the same as the original.
It's the same
It is
thing.
exactly, except I noticed in the bottom left corner of the back look kind of different, whatever's on there.
Yeah, it's got the Metal Blade logo on there, whatever.
Mine
and thing I wish... Go ahead. What was that?
Mine was glued badly.
Oh, yeah?
My first pressing. It was glued kind of cockeyed. So I don't know.
And one thing they didn't do, and it would have been kind of cool, is remember how they had the writings on the record? On the original press? They didn't do it on this one.
What do you mean writings?
They had like a something that said...
the engraving around the
the engraving on the... Yeah.
They didn't do that on that, but whatever. And I did get the Don't Break the Oath. Really cool color.
I wish I could have got that. Yeah. And the only reason I wish I could have got that is because of that back cover.
Yes, that's why I wanted this one, because it has the original cover.
Did you see what I put up on Facebook like a couple days ago? That Mercyful Fate concert I've never seen before?
Yes,
that was
I watched that. That was awesome.
It has that entrance.
Oh, really?
And where King comes out. It has that stage on that fucking video.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Badass. Cool. It's before Don't Break the Oath came out, but Gypsies played and
that I heard. Yeah, that was cool.
It was right before the album was about to come out.
His voice was strong AF.
Oh, that's an amazing video too. I already burned it on DVD.
Oh yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah,
I gotta sit there and watch it. And then I did get Melissa, and I got the yellow and the red, so that looks pretty cool too.
Nice.
I like the clear ones. The clear ones.
Well,
nice.
that Mercyful Fate bootleg I'm talking about, it's a little rough in the beginning, and then you can see they tacked it onto the rest of the show, which was on a better quality video.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. Like, after like 12 minutes, it looks really amazing.
Wow. Yeah, I gotta watch the rest of it.
Well, I've got a Pepsi, and I got it myself because she wouldn't give it to me.
I got this. It's a fucking classic.
All right, we'll take your word for it. This show...
That album is worth owning for Dissident Aggressor and Call for the Priest.
Well, there you go.
No, of course, they wrote a good song.
Sinner, Starbreaker, Raw Deal.
Well, for me, the definitive version of Starbreaker is on Unleashed in the East, mostly because I heard that first.
Yeah, timeline's everything.
Yeah.
You don't like hand claps?
Yeah, I was gonna try to skate around that, but that's a big factor in it. I think Roger Glover tried to make him sound a little too much like Deep Purple in certain spots. You can definitely tell which songs the band produced themselves and which songs he did.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Sinner and especially Dissident Aggressor and Call for the Priest, that's when you first hear what they were going to be. I agree with Ralph there. That's the game changer.
Yeah. All right, well, this King Diamond podcast is brought to you by the Queen, the Dairy Queen. And we will get into the unknown right now. We'll start with Lucifer. I mean, it's just like a silly intro, but you were talking earlier, Greg. You don't like this cover, this little intro to the album.
I don't like it. It's campy and it's lazy. I mean, King Diamond is much more creative than that. That's something Glenn Benton would come up with because he'd be, it's the reverse of Christianity, and I'm Glenn Benton, and fuck God. But anyway. But yeah, I mean, look at what he did at the beginning of the Oath on Don't Break the Oath. Right. He wrote poetry basically, and here it seems lazy to me because he just kind of sections up a existing prayer and reverses it.
No, I'll take it a step further. Yes, it's them trying to do the Oath, but it's not creepy. It sucks. It sounds like a Disney. The keyboard like
Like there's a little monkey in the background.
It sounds like a soundtrack to a 1980s Empire Films B movie like Dolls. That oh no, here comes a monster on a string.
It's a terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. You feel the same way, Lisa?
Yeah, it's cheesy.
Yeah. Oh,
Some ham for us.
The best part of it is
I'm not afraid at all.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
time-chilling moment. Nothing. Meh.
On this one. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention. This is the 5th album, released in 1996, and it is the most commercially successful Mercyful Fate album to date.
I don't get it.
Yep, and it peaked at number 31 in the Finnish charts. Charts. Only album there. So.
In my opinion, I kind of see how it was so successful single-wise because, quite frankly, The Uninvited Guest is the strongest single they did out of the albums they had done in the 90s at this point. I love that song.
Yeah, it is.
I think it sold well from the strength of the two before it. It built up the momentum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely part of it. But, I mean, for a lead-off single, it's definitely stronger than what they chose for Time, I just feel like.
Yeah.
Actually, they released the first song as a single on each of those albums. They did Egypt and then Nightmare. How was Nightmare Be Thy Name? And then,
I think Nightmare Be Thy Name.
I was lucky because at that time I still had Headbangers Ball because MTV canceled it, but I had Latin MTV, which was broadcasted just blocks from my house where I met Ozzy, and they would broadcast it on our cable system here on the beach, but nowhere else in the United States. It was only shown in Latin America. So I got an interview with King Diamond I taped from that era, and Uninvited Guest. I got to see that video. By then MTV wasn't showing that no more.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the shitty times. That's when nobody cared about metal anymore.
But those Latin people, man, I mean, you want to talk about the most dedicated metal fans on the planet is Latin America. No doubt.
Definitely. And also, too, the most notable thing is Snowy Shore is gone. And I can't pronounce his name, but Bjarne T. Holm. He's now on drums. And I believe it's on this interview because Michael Denner's going to be at the end of the show. He talks about Bjarne, and he was almost going to be the drummer before Kim Ruz. He could have been the drummer of Mercyful Fate. So, but
good thing he wasn't. I don't care how good he is. Kim Ruz was the perfect fit.
Yeah, he was the perfect fit at that time. Yeah, definitely. So things worked out the way they did for a reason. So, but he's on this album, and I think he does a really good job. Uninvited Guest.
Oh yeah, I get a real evil vibe from that track. It kicks off the album really strong.
Oh yeah,
guitars are great. I really enjoy Bjarne, whatever his name is.
Barney?
I apologize.
Barney.
I mean, it's kind of lit. Anyway.
If only he would have came on the show, we'd be able to pronounce your name.
I really enjoy his drumming on here, especially on like the first 3 or 4 tracks.
Yeah, he did a really great job.
Yeah, it's a crushing song. Pretty straightforward for them. Very few changes that are not, as adventurous as what you would expect from Mercyful Fate, but that's nitpicking. It's a great song regardless.
Oh yeah, and the video was awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't have the luxury of Latin MTV. I had to go buy the Metal Meister compilation video from Metal Blade. That was how I saw it. But
nice.
It was worth the $20.
Nice. I was not aware of that. I was not aware there's a video out there with it.
Cool. Lisa?
Yeah, Metal Blade used to release them. Yeah,
sorry.
Oh, no, don't be sorry. Yeah, it's a punishing song. It's got this the intro solo. I finally listened to it with my headphones. And it's like, the hard panning it one way to the other. And that was kind of cool. And I love the drums. The drums great. Fucking everybody's performance is great. But I'm going to throw a wet blanket on this. And I'm going to say that those drums sound like wet pillows to me. I don't like those drums, man. It sounds like, soggy phone books being hit with stick or something. And the vocals aren't tucked in. My main issue with this album is the mix. It's the mix. It bothers me. And it makes it harder for me to enjoy even the kick-ass, because I have other issues with this album. But main thing is something about the mix. Everything is not tucked in. It almost sounds like it was under mastered in a way. And I don't know if it was because, hey, it's the 90s. We want to get with the times, and they were trying to do something. It just sounded like they were trying to do something, and I don't think it worked. Not for me. It didn't work for me. And the vocals were drier than normal, and it just sounded fucking weird. But that's a killer song. Even though the first line is like, there's a little old lady. I'm like, what the fuck? I think there was a little bit of this going on in the making of the record.
Quite possibly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can kind of tell in the writing of this one. Very 70s vibe. A lot of groove.
Yeah, but I love how it starts off. It's just with that double bass. Yeah, and like you mentioned, that solo would go back and forth. That was awesome, And I don't mind the production.
I like Lisa's evil face there playing drums. That was awesome.
I could really use his company.
But it's really great, and I don't know. I don't mind. When I first heard it, yes, I did feel the same about the production and the sound of the album, because coming from the albums before, they were like kind of bright sounding and really almost overproduced in a way. And this is like underproduced, but it's a very heavy album. This is probably the heaviest sounding they've been in a long time. And it just sounds kind of even like how the first two albums were. They were underproduced. Kind of
it sounds dirty like that.
Yeah, and this kind of has that same feel.
Heavier?
It's just the guitars are like really, I don't know. To me, they
well,
just
not heavier
really
than the first two records, but I do think it sounds heavier than Time and
heavier than Time.
Crunchy ass guitars too. That's true. Crunchy.
What you talking about, Willis?
And I love the crunch. The
crunch. Just stay out of the bike shop, Arnold.
Oh yeah, that was brutal.
Wow, man! I saw that not too long.
Dudley.
Yeah,
poor Dudley, man.
Dudley got diddled.
Well, those are the facts of life.
Oh my god! But it's one of my favorite Mercyful Fate songs. Ghost of Change.
Hey, Ralph, do you think he rang the bell when he did it?
Ouch. It'll be the first edit I have to do on a King Diamond show.
All right, moving from pedophilia back to the album.
Nah, I got that picture of Dudley standing there with no shirt on. Thanks.
Dudley.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, that stuff really carbonates when you choke on it. Dudley.
Have you ever met somebody called Dud? Oh, yeah, there's Dudley Moore. I was about to say.
Yeah.
No, I know Dudley. He's English. I know Dudley.
All right.
That name sucks.
All right. Edit. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, my name's Ralph. I'm telling you, it's even worse than Dudley. I'd rather be a Dudley. I hate my name.
Ralph. I hate my name too.
He said his name was Ralph.
Yeah. Like, it's either like it explains throwing up, or like sometimes I'm walking down the street, I'm thinking somebody's calling me, and it's actually a dog barking. I hate my name.
And I
could live with it if so many people didn't call me fucking Craig. I don't know why that C bothers me so much, but fuck whoever thought up the name Craig.
Craig? What, the C bothers you in Craig?
Yeah, I hate that it's too close to Greg. It drives me nuts when people call me that. I hate how it sounds.
Right.
It's funny you mentioned that because we got a new guy at work. His name is Craig, but nobody knew if his name was Greg, Craig, or Frank. They couldn't help
Frank.
Frank?
Well, it is a
Yeah, hell,
government
he-
job. Yeah.
it. So now we call him whatever now. It's,
I'm
whatever
sure
we feel like calling him.
you got Wayne's World.
Well, I got
I'm sure
that.
you got that all the fucking time.
Oh, yeah. I used to get Ralph Mouth because I'm an old guy from the 70s.
Oh, Ralph Mouth.
Oh man.
And they would go Ralph Mouth, and I'm like, oh man, I never heard that before.
Where's Potsy? Where's
You-
Potsy?
You know what's the worst though? Out of all of it, my drummer, who also drums for Yngwie Malmsteen, his name's Brian Wilson.
Ooh.
And there's always hey, like the Beach Boys. And I get annoyed and he doesn't. I'm like, dude. And he's like, I don't care. I was like, man, I would get so annoyed with somebody. It's like, yes, I know the Beach Boys. I've heard it a billion fucking times. I don't know how he does it.
Well, did they ever mention the Bare Naked Lady song, laying in bed, like Brian Wilson did?
I don't think he knows that song. It's like Pete.
Yeah,
By the way,
I know a sax player named Pete Moss.
a quick plug for him. He's got a band called Midnight Spell,
Yeah.
and they're about
Oh
to,
yeah, I've seen that.
they're about to release an album. They just got signed, and I got an advanced copy of it. It's unbelievable. Look up Midnight Spell, Sky Destroyer, and the new single's out called Blood for Blood, I think. Check it out. They are so amazing. You're gonna love it if you love the traditional metal.
Yeah, have him come on the show. We'd love to have him on. Send me the thing or tell him to contact me.
I will, but let's wait till the pre-orders start.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, back to the show. Ghost of Change. To me, another great song. Some great grooves, guitars. It's very melodic vocals in this one, and a catchy chorus. And I love in the middle of the song where it like kind of slows down. You know,
Yep.
and it sounds like something that used to be that they used on. Well, I think this album was released. Oh no, because they had Graveyard after this, right? But it reminds me of something that would be on like House of God, in a way. It sounds very similar to a House of God song. I don't know which one.
What's that poster behind you, Wayne?
Just the poster that says Mercyful Fate. It's the poster that's inside the record.
Oh, then I must have it as well.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a cool song, man.
I love the riffs
Song.
in
I
this
like
song.
it. A lot of good riffs. It's kind of funky. It's but kind of boom chucky. It's pretty straightforward. But to me, it sounds like a King Diamond song. I mean, I think King Diamond wrote it. It sounds like it could be on a King Diamond album. And one thing I love is that last solo by Michael Denner. That is a beautiful solo. He's like channeling Glenn Tipton melodic beauty. It's great. Love it.
Yeah, good stuff. Ralph?
I like Uninvited Guests. You know, it has some changes, but not like those mind-blowing changes we're accustomed to by Mercyful Fate. Musically, I think the song rules, but I gotta be honest, man. I'm not too crazy with King's vocals on it and how he delivers his song. Does not. I like it musically though.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, there's not a lot of like progressive things in this album. Every song is almost straightforward.
Yeah, I mentioned that later in my notes. It's kind of like not every song, but there's a lot of songs that have that vibe that what we just heard with the first two songs.
Yeah. Greg?
I like it because of that. Actually, it's very straightforward. I think it rocks pretty hard because it's kind of focused. I do miss the more progressive elements, but I really like his vocal delivery on this song, especially when he's doing Ghost of Change. I think that sounds really cool, but I don't know. He like Lisa was saying about the production where it's kind of flat. Kind of seems like he's not using the full power of his voice on this one.
But he does soon.
Yeah. But
it gets crazy.
I love the riffs in this song.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a really good song, but I feel King is kind of lazy on it. It's not what I would expect from King, because King puts so much into his vocal performances in every song that we've talked about so far. Even the songs I'm not even that crazy about that we talked up to this point, King still tries. And this one, it just doesn't. I don't know. He is trying to do something different, but you know, it's not science. It's a personal opinion. It just does nothing for me. Like what King usually does. Like in the next track,
Yes. Listen to the bell.
Yeah, this is my favorite vocals he does on the whole album.
Really?
Awesome.
Yes. Listen to the bell.
It's menacing.
And it just might tell you why.
It's very menacing how he delivers this. Just, yes, now this is the king I know, And I think this track is a total riff fest.
Yes, it is.
Killer riffs in this song, and I just
reminds me of the. Hell yeah, it reminds me of the first time I heard Bread Fan by Budgie. Just a nice, thick, chunky riffs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this song sounds like Mercyful Fate to me. Whereas the previous songs sound like this could be on a King Diamond album. This sounds like Mercyful Fate to me. And it's cool, disharmony, dissonance, and the odd time riffs and shit. It's a little more proggy. I still think though the production it hurts. It hurts the listening experience to me because the vocals don't sound tucked in and the drums sound like splat, splat, splat. But one thing that I thought was weird is it fades out. And I think the song before it, I think both songs fade out, and there's more fade outs on this record. And that's not typically what they do. They usually have da 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 da. They'll have some kind of ending that they'll write for. And also, he don't know how to pronounce belfry. It's like Celtic Frost with that dethroned emperor. What's an emperor, man? I don't know.
The best one ever was Destruction, because it always sounded like they were saying "my butcher" instead of "mad butcher." My butcher. This is the best time.
But yeah, I agree with you guys. Really cool song. Does a lot of really cool things with his voice. A lot of good
fireworks, man. Yeah, fireworks with his voice.
Yeah. 15 Men and a Bottle of Rum. This is where the album starts to get a little different. Starts adding some new things in here. What? I know, it's totally random, right? Now he's writing songs about pirates and
what the hell? This is the turbo moment.
Yeah.
For me. This is the turbo moment. Like, what the hell? He's like, yo ho ho, 15 Men and a bottle of rum.
And oddly enough, Michael Denner wrote it, though. It says all by himself.
Really cool. Well, I like this one. It's pretty doomy sounding, I think, right? And kind of like the last album. I remember someone mentioning, there's like a Sabbath type vibe on some of the songs on the last album, and I think they upped that a little bit more on this album too. It's slow, but you can almost sing along with the guitar verses. I love the way those guitars fit with his vocals. And also Bjarne really rips into the drums onto this one, like as it starts getting heavier. And I like this song a lot. It works. I mean, it's kind of a little corny, talking about bottle of rum and all that stuff. But
and a ship called the Unicorn.
Yeah.
I like Charlie kicks ass on there though on the bass. It's gnarly picked.
Oh yes.
That's in my notes. The bass.
The bass kicks ass.
A lot of bass on this album.
It's so awesome. It's very crunchy sounding. And the song's got some really cool changes, and all around I think it's a killer tune. The 15 Men and a Bottle of Rum is kind of goofy, that little part. The 15 men. But that's such a small little part of the song. Yeah. Everything else is killer. So I dig this.
After they do that though, that part, and then they get to that heavy part, and the drums are doing that's awesome.
Yeah, that solo section. The bottle of rum. After that,
it's like
pure awesomeness.
Yeah. Lisa.
Well, it's a weird subject matter to me because it's like he's basically singing about pirates that get drunk and get caught in a storm. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, pretty
much.
That
doesn't sound like I don't know where's the ghosts of the pirates come back from the dead and
right.
I don't know.
That's a good point.
Like Mercyful Fate lyrical material. There's
no afterlife in this song. It's just something that happens during life. That's not Mercyful Fate to me.
This is what happens when you take Microdot.
If you're going to sing about life in a Mercyful Fate song, you better make sure the devil shows up and takes them to hell like Dangerous Meeting.
Thank you.
Here they just drunk
Well,
on
it
rum.
it could have even been like Blackbeard's ghost shows up and beheads him or something. You know,
Yeah.
I could even live with that because it's. But this is another song that kind of almost seems like a. I don't know. That part in the middle is kind of weird to me.
Which part?
It's the whole 15 men and a bottle of rum. It really,
Yeah, it is weird.
that really,
but then after that,
really
it's like
throws me off. As good. I mean, I like it. It's a good song. That just really bugs me, and it doesn't strike me as Merciful Fate as all. It kind of sticks out like a sore thumb in the middle of the album. As much as I like the song, just lyrically and vocally, it doesn't make a lot of sense in context.
yeah, no, it's strange. But then after this, we get to the title track of the album, Into the Unknown. This is my favorite song on the album.
I don't blame you.
I think it's the best song on the album, but it's not
Maybe,
my favorite.
yeah, it'd probably be mine as well.
Yeah. I love that intro with the clean guitars, and then right after that, it's like boom, the song kicks in like a really heavy, guitars and everything. And there's some stuff in this song that reminds me a bit of slower version of Satan's Fall.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Kinda.
Yeah. And I love those screams like, "Oh yeah, you're going into the unknown." I love that stuff. That's really cool.
I love that riff.
Wait,
That's
can you do that without
Jordan
playing the
one.
record? I know you played the record. That wasn't you. Stop lip syncing King
all
Diamond.
right. I get close. I'm not that good.
All right, I'll talk. The open. No, I'm not complaining. The opening guitar sound. It reminds me of a grunge song. Like
Right.
it's kind of like, what is this? Like, Hoosier Dams. I don't even know the damn.
Sounds like some local band that just learned how to play the guitars and use the acoustic pedal or something. And
yeah, it totally sounds like this. What is this, grunge?
Hippie music.
Bam.
Yeah.
It rips, man. This is to me it kicks into full Merciful Fate.
Yeah.
Tasty riffs and a lot of changes, killer verse and chorus, and an amazing breakdown with that eerie bass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that bass is cool. It's like
Yeah.
Orion.
Yeah, this I think is a great overlooked later Fate track. You don't hear a lot of people when you talk about later Fate not really talk about Into the Unknown. But
Yeah.
this song is, I would say it's my favorite on here as well.
Yeah, it's a good one. Lisa?
Eh.
Ah,
I don't know. It's like I love parts of the song, but the parts of the song seem clumsily jammed together to me. To me, it just needed it needs surgery to me. This song structurally, I think this song is a hot mess. I think they smoked way too much weed.
I think you're smoking too much weed.
I think this song is a mess. But like I said, there's chunks of it and parts of it that I like. But it makes me want to edit the song. But one thing I do like on the outro, they do this. I don't know who's playing guitar, but there's kind of this tone. Tony Iommi would like play two solos on top of each other, and they're almost the same. And they kind of did that at the end. And to me, that was like a tip of the hat to Black Sabbath. I thought that was really cool. And then the Orion kind of sounding bass, I thought that was cool. Like I said, there's parts of it that I like, the sections of it that I like. I like some of the drum parts, or like 3/4, but the solos. There's a really cool dissonant solo in there that's really out there. But I don't know, man. To me, I can't. I don't know. I would have rewritten. I would have shuffled this song around a little more, as far as structure.
Interesting.
But that's just me.
Yeah, hey, it's all right. Can't like everything. Great.
My only real problem with the song is the beginning doesn't really seem to connect well to the rest of that. But other than that,
And then they did it again.
See, I really don't feel that way about the rest of it, though. I feel like it's one of the smoother ones they've done. Reminds me a lot of how they sounded in the 80s, actually. But, yeah, no, it's just difference of opinion. But, yeah. But that one of my favorite riffs on the whole album is in this song. Though when he's doing that, oh yeah, you're going into the unknown. That yeah, that sounds fucking evil, man.
Love.
Nice and crunchy, like Godzilla's footprint.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool.
But and the solos are great in it. The one Lisa mentioned, the real out there one, is my favorite. But I think there's like 3 or 4 of them all together in that whole song.
Yeah, something like that. There's a couple of solos.
Each one of them is just as good as the one before it, though. That's one of my favorite songs for Mercyful Fate overall.
Yeah, it's a really good track. Under the Spell. Good song, some cool chugging guitars. I like that a lot. Not really much else going on in this song that sticks out to me, but it's not a bad song. It's probably one of my least favorites on this album. Ralph.
Yeah, like I said earlier, this is going back to the straightforwardness.
Yeah.
And even with the changes, it's like they're simplifying it, And if you listen to the riff under the solo, it kind of sounds like My Sharona.
Thank you. Okay.
You notice that?
I'm glad you said it, because I was thinking about saying that, but I was like, nah, they're just going to think I'm high and be like, whatever. But thank you. It does sound like My Sharona.
Well, Greg, when I did listen to today, I was on crystal meth, so maybe it was.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding. I don't do crystal meth, but I did inject tranquilizers in my eyeballs. That shit's awesome.
All right, so you've been hanging out with Vince Neil.
That guy knows how to party.
Lisa, does Lisa like this song?
Yeah, I like this song. I think it's well constructed. I like the bass tone. It's like a dirt kind of dirty bass, and it's one of those Muppet songs that they do. It's that Halloween beat, It's got that Halloween beat, and it has cowbell in it.
Yeah,
there is cowbell in the song, which is kind of like, okay, that's kind of weird. The solos I think are great. Again, Denner is like channeling Glenn Tipton with this cool melodic. I actually heard that solo in that song, like toward the end. It's like Sherman is doing all this wah pedal shit, and the Denner does all this nice melodic stuff. And I was like, I would like to sit down and learn how to play that solo. I thought it was so fucking great. So it's like you said, it's pretty straightforward. It's not like, it's not. I'm not going to be like remembering the song just walking down the street, but I like it. I think it's a good song. I think it's well constructed, and it is very King Diamond. Yeah. This is another song that could be on King Diamond and not a Mercyful Fate album.
Yeah, Greg.
It's very well constructed song, well written song. There's a couple of solos I like a lot, but it's just a little too straightforward to me. They lose me a little bit here. It sounds good within the context of the album, but it's not very memorable. It just kind of sounds like they channeled 70s Priest, nailed the sound of it, and just kind of said, whatever, when it came to making it memorable.
Boy, Ralph, you must be
except for the bass.
What's he doing?
I think this is the heaviest the bass sounds on the whole album, because
really
he gets a really fucking cool, real gnarly groove going on this track. That's my favorite part of it.
See, Ralph, you keep lifting your leg. You must be real flexible.
I am. I'm doing yoga and this podcast at the same time.
Dead Time.
He was the original model for the Starbucks cups. That's really him with his legs behind his head, not a mermaid.
Funny.
Missing a vertebrae.
First, we get to doing what the hell, the pirate song.
Yes.
And now we're at Little Red Riding Hood.
What? What the fuck?
But
really, this album, man. I'm sorry.
You're doing a little bit of everything on this one.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red, but he does it pretty cool. I love this song.
I remember, hate the opening. It really.
I think the opening's cool because you don't like the opening. I think it's cool because you hear him using his real voice. You know, he's not.
I do like that. He has a lovely singing voice.
Yeah.
Well, that part's cool, but yeah,
I love that part, and I love the chorus in the song. It's really cool, and I like how he makes this sound like it's a pretty evil, little story. It's cool. I like how he twists it, But Little Red Riding Hood's kind of evil to begin with, so he's making it more.
It sounds pretty Alice Cooper to me. It's kind of out there. It's out there. It is. I think it's got a lot of cool riffs. It's got a lot of solos, but there's still a lot of it that, like, here's my notes. Fucking weird. Were they stoned? Acid rock. Still cool. Very Alice Cooper.
Yeah, it is. It's cool. I like it. I think it's.
I do like it.
And like I even wrote my notes here. I remember a lot of people hating this song. I can understand why. Ralph, what do you think of Dead Time?
Show your feet.
Lyrically, it's so goofy. This is my least favorite on here, and I'm not too crazy about that chorus, but I love how the chorus ends. Like that. Whatever the fuck he said. I like how it ends, but I think the verses, the music going on when he's talking about Red Riding Hood, that shit is heavy and killer. Yeah. But then it just dips for me that's why it's my least favorite on here. It's good, but some parts I just don't like.
Were you playing the album when you did that, or was that your voice? You lip syncing, or was that you?
that was not that talented, dude.
Great.
It was actually my foot.
He's got
calling Dr. Fuck.
Yeah, there you go.
This one's a little weird. The chorus kind of bugs me. It doesn't really feel like it matches with the rest of the song.
Yeah.
It feels kind of patchwork, and I really don't care for this one. I like isolated parts a lot. The guitars sound great, but it just doesn't really hold up for me. It's a weird song. The story parts of it are awesome, but the choruses just kind of ruin it.
I will also say the first time I heard it, I loved it. Then when I heard it several more times, I was like, no, I don't love it. It's one of those songs that first listen was really cool to me, but then listening multiple times through the years, I'm kind of like, yeah, this ain't as good as I thought.
Well, thankfully, it's short. It's short. I think it might be the shortest Mercyful Fate song, aside from like an intro or something. I think it might be the shortest Mercyful Fate song.
More short than
Black Funeral? No, Black Funeral's only 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, I figured that would be.
Really?
Yeah, that's the shortest one they did.
Shit. Okay.
There's one line.
Pack a lot in.
There's one line in the beginning of the song. He goes, "She's absolutely way too cute."
I know. No, Keith, don't do that.
You don't say those words.
Don't do that.
Yeah, right. It's almost
maybe he's going blind.
Yeah, could be. Getting to the end of.
It's also kind of like Nuns Have No Fun type of trying to be comedy, kind of, which you can say, oh, what are they doing silly funny stuff? It's like, well, hey, look at the EP, Nuns Have No Fun and it's a classic. Don't get me wrong. Shit, I even yeah.
Well, that was never on technically an album, so can't really count that one. Holy Water. I think this one's really cool. It's a basic a rocker type song. It's my second favorite off of this album. I love the line, I'd rather drink from the devil's well, and then I will go straight to hell. How much more evil can you get than that? You don't give a shit no more. Really cool. Yeah, it's a great song. Really catchy shit on this one.
Yeah, this is the most straightforward one on here. Yeah. No changes, I don't think, at all. Again, lyrics are still kind of goofy, but I'll put this one above that time. I mean, it is a fun song. It's heavy, and it's funny, but not purposely funny.
Right.
You know, I don't want your holy water. It makes me burn, or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of goofy, but I don't think King Diamond's trying to be goofy on it.
No.
But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun song, so you know, I don't dislike it whatsoever.
Lisa.
His vocal performance is just, it's super hammy, super over the top. He is laying it on thick. So it's like crunchy peanut butter thick, man.
Honey baked ham.
It's good. I don't think it's his best song. I mean, I think he wrote the song. I don't think it's his best song, but what I think I like about it, what I like about King Diamond's writing, is that it moves around different key centers, and he has this knack of, like, you have a whole intro in one key, and then he'll start singing the verse. Boom, you're in another key. Like, what the hell just happened? And it works. And it works. And he made it work in this song. And like I said, I don't think it's his best song, but I think it's pretty cool.
Greg.
I like this one a lot. It's definitely the most straightforward one on here, and I think this is the one that sounds the most like Alice Cooper. Like, especially the verses when he's, I don't want that holy water. It sounds exactly like how Alice would deliver something, like on Prince of Darkness when he's talking about Satan. He spits on love. He spits on life. It sounds really similar to me, but I like that. It's really cool. But yeah, it's hammy, but I love it.
Yeah. And then we get to the last song, Cthulhu. The Mad Arab Part 2. I wasn't crazy about Part 1, as we discussed on the other show. Over time, it kind of grew on me. But this song, finally, this one, I love this song. This one's really cool. I love how it's more straightforward than the other one is. It's a little less chaotic. The other one seemed like it was a lot of parts here thrown here and there. I love parts in this song where he uses that growling death metal type voice, because he hasn't used that a lot in a long time, you know. And then I like that build up towards the end of the song with the double bass, and makes you really feel like this guy needs to hurry up and read this book, you know, before he dies or whatever. And it's just, it's an awesome song, a great ending to this album. Ralph.
Not as chaotic as the first one, like you said, but I think vocally.
Yeah, vocally it's all over the place. Yeah.
Pretty chaotic. And I think that's what I like the most about it, is King's delivery on the song. But, to be honest with you, I mean, why a sequel to Mad Arab? Why not make it sing about something else? The Mad Arab is not, like, worthy enough to have a sequel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's more about the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for Mercyful Fate. I'm talking in the context of Mercyful Fate. Like, I can understand, Melissa and Come to the Sabbath, the sequel there. And, that to me makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's what I think. It's okay. I like it. I like it more than Part 1.
Yeah. Lisa.
Well, there's a lot to like about it. It starts with the outro of the first song, which I thought was kind of cool. It's like, okay, here, last scene on Raised by Wolves, okay, we're going to go into this. And the vocals are over the top. They're pretty fun. There's this quiet kind of Middle Eastern breakdown in the middle with the twangy guitars and the toms and cymbals, and that's kind of cool. I like how the drums will turn the beat around. Yeah. Even though the music's still going on, the drummer turned the beat, flipped it. Things I don't like about it, he sings along with the guitar melody. He's singing along with it, and to me that. I mean, sometimes it works, but sometimes to me that's lazy songwriting.
It seemed like sometimes he had to put a lot of words to fit with those guitar lines. Yeah.
Yeah, and why don't you just come up with something that's not anything like that at all? So I think that that's another one of these songs that's still kind of a mess to me. And I would have preferred that they sat down and gone, let's work some more of this stuff out. If they just put their heads together and banged away at that song, Sherman and Diamond, if they edited the song a bit. And this is a weird, like, woo keyboard in there. What is that?
Oh,
what is that? Woo, woo, woo. So
I like it.
I was like,
Sounds creepy.
This is the Stoner album. I think
It
this
is.
is their
It's
stoner album.
it must
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, apparently. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Their acid album.
Greg.
You guys pretty much covered everything. I really like this one. Has a real Lovecraftian feel to it. Although I will say this actually isn't the last song on my CD. I have the Japanese version, which ends with a cover of The Ripper. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is a pretty damn good cover. I dig it.
Even check.
I have, thanks to my friend from the Holy George that went to the Navy, and he was stationed in Japan. He got me the 2 CD version of the greatest tribute album I've ever heard, called Tribute to the Gods.
Yeah.
And that's on there.
Cool.
On there. That's where it originally came from.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of great stuff on there. Gamma Ray doing Exciter is unbelievable.
Oh,
Fate's Warning doing Saints in Hell.
Halloween Electric
really?
Eye. That's
Halloween
a
of
great
Electric
cover.
Eye on there.
I love
Yeah, I
that.
have the 2 CD version. In America, they combined both of them. Into
Well,
one.
what they did was they combined it, yeah, but they took songs away.
Yeah,
they made
no,
it for one
to make
CD.
it one CD. But I have,
Yeah.
thanks
Yeah,
to
no,
my,
I want to get that second one because
I have them. Yeah, I have them.
I'm missing a lot.
No, but there's, on both CDs they combine, they didn't release just one CD over here. They released a combination of both CDs because
really?
Iced Earth does the Ripper as well,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
another.
Yeah, because the one I have has both Iced Earth and Mercyful Fate's cover of the Ripper on it.
What's really cool is a band called Heaven's Gate. I never heard of. They do an amazing version of the Sentinel. It's so badass. It's so.
You never heard of Heaven's Gate?
No.
Really? No, they're really good. They're not around no more. They're broken up. But
Well, that version they do smokes.
yeah, they're a good band.
Nevermore does Love Bites, and it doesn't sound nothing like Love Bites
No.
at all.
Yeah. It doesn't even sound like Nevermore. It's like very industrial.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound like Nevermore. That's true.
But oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong album. But yeah, that is a good tribute album.
It's my favorite one I've ever heard.
Well, that one and the Dio one is a good one too.
Yeah, the Dio album rocks.
There's a couple of Holy Dio, or the one that
Holy Dio.
Big Holy Dio.
yeah that has Doro, the chains are on that one.
Yeah,
Doro.
Yeah, that one's really
I
good
love
too.
her.
that's good shit right there. But back to the Mercyful Fate album. There's not many bad songs on here. I mean, this is one of my favorite Mercyful Fate albums. It's very heavy, even though the production's a little wonky. It's different. The production's a little wonky, but I really like it. Yeah, it's actually the last album of theirs that I can listen to all the way through without really skipping any songs.
I love one that we'll talk about later.
It's hard. Yeah, I like one of them. The next album we do, Mercyful Fate, I don't know. This going to be a tough one to get through, but
yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I don't look forward to that. They really shit the bed there. I can't even be nice about it. That album is just so below quality for Mercyful Fate.
I hope I can change my mind listening to it again, but I don't know. I got a bunch of shit saying bad stuff about that album on the King Diamond group, but whatever.
Hey, you don't fucking
Yeah, but you're talking about a bunch of fucking nerds
I know.
that sit around and
they
do
watch our
nothing
show.
but listen to King Diamond all day.
I know.
Yeah, this is not the worship
I guess edit that.
show.
Yeah.
This is not a worship program.
No, this is our opinions on the albums. Whether we like it or not, too bad. If you don't like them, then don't watch the show. What I got to tell you? Exactly. All right, so I give this album. I wrote a 10 here, but it's not a 10. I'll give it like a 9. For me, I think it's good.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 8.5.
Lisa.
I'll give it a 7 or a 7.5. The second half of this album mostly, and I remember I had the cassette, and it was the second side that I was like, eh.
What were you like?
Huh?
What? What were you like?
I was going, eh.
Greg?
That's my schmuckamagam.
I give this one a 9 overall. I like it a lot. I think it's a really strong album. It's just the intro and Dead Time I don't really like. I mean, it's a little different from Mercyful Fate, but it's got a lot of common with like Priest and Sabbath and Budgie, and I really like that type of stuff, and that's why I really like the straightforward nature of this one.
Yeah, some good stuff.
And it's got some great guitars on it.
Yeah, I think so too. Ralph, what do we got going on? Anything?
Oh, what do I got going on?
Yeah, anything? I know you're recording a lot of shit now.
I'm still recording. I mean, I haven't recorded in the last 2 weeks, but we're still in the process of writing a new album, and I got a new project called, well, it's not new. I have a project called Old Leather. I don't know if I mentioned that on this show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Old Leather is something I recorded years ago, but the recording got all fucked up. So I'm redoing it, and it might either be this weekend, if not, definitely the weekend later. It's awesome. It's really good traditional metal, and if he becomes really popular, I will definitely be going to jail. Because there's a song.
I did hear that.
Yeah, there's a song I wrote on there that would be illegal, because you're not supposed to promote suicide, but I do in this song, big time. I'm telling people to kill themselves with heavy metal. It's called Heavy Metal Suicide. It's a song about Judas Priest and Ozzy, and it's got lovely, point the gun at your eye, heavy metal suicide. No better way for you to die with heavy metal suicide. It's beautiful.
I can dig it.
Heavy metal poetry right there.
But the beginning of the song is backward masking, and it says, "Do not kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. This is not promoting suicide. So please don't kill yourself unless you're a pedophile." I should do that and go, "Did you hear me, Dudley?"
It is a good song because you played on your radio show last week.
Oh, you heard it? Yeah, I played a rough version of it, and it has little news. I put
little snippets
of the news of 2 young men killed themselves, the Judas Priest and Ozzy, and then the guy from the Ozzy documentary saying, "Get the gun, shoot." Yeah. I added all that in there, and it's really cool.
Yeah, it came out really good. I do like it.
Yeah. And that version's like very raw. That's not going to be that way. It's going to be much better than that. But yeah, I figured I'd play it last week.
Real cool. Lisa, what do we got going on?
Well, hey, I finally got in the mail the August issue of Deaf Forever magazine, which has a feature. It's from Germany.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
I play you all the time, Lisa, on my radio show. Did you hear when I played her last week, Wayne?
No, I came on when you were just putting your song on.
It wasn't The Poisoner. It was one of the last songs. It was the second or last song maybe on the album.
Right on. Thank you. Probably on Stones. Yeah. Thank you very much. This is Als Dio mal be Venom song. What if Dio sang Venom? That's what it says. So actually, it's been very good because I'm going to be in this. I'm in this magazine. I'm also going to be in another German magazine called Rock City Magazine, and so now most of my CDs, White Crone, The Poisoner. Most of them I'm mailing to Germany, which is really annoying the guy at the post office because those names are really long.
Yeah.
Morgenstrasse, and they have to sit there and type it all in, and they're looking at me like, eh.
You gotta do the click and ship, Lisa. You gotta take care of that at home.
Nah.
You just go to the post office and you throw it at them and say, "Here, mail us out."
I do that
Can't
a
do
lot.
that with international.
I do that a lot, Lisa. When I go to the post office, I rip off a stack of those papers, that you need to add to international. So I don't have to fill it out there. I have everything signed. There you go. I have a stack of them, so that way, because I don't like going to the post office and writing it down, because when you do that, somebody walks in and gets in front of you in the line. So it's like, I like to go with everything prepared,
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
And some of those German letters are kind of squiggly and shit. It's like, to squiggle it right, it's really annoying sometimes.
Yeah, then they write the addresses. It's like, what goes where? Like, it doesn't make sense the way they write their addresses. Who knows? But are you still selling your EP? What's going on with the EP that you have?
The EP is going really good. I don't even, do I have a copy of it? It's Old Girl. It's my kind of Americana blues. It's around here somewhere. Shit.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? I don't know. This place is a mess. But anyway, I got on the Billboard Blues chart.
You did?
Awesome. Congrats.
Billboard. So for the week of October 3rd, the 8th best, there it is, the 8th best-selling blues album, according to Billboard, was that right there. Thanks to my fans, thanks to my friends, to you, to everybody who bought that CD, because it was a goal of mine. It was something I was working toward for a long time, was to get on the Billboard chart, and you made it happen. So thank you. Big time. Thank you.
Really cool. Congratulations, Lisa. All thanks to Red Salad Review. And Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Anything going on?
Nope.
Nice shirt you got there, by the way.
Fucking right. Blues to Cult rules.
When's your album coming out, Greg?
I don't know.
Same time as mine, right? Never?
Yeah. You know, we've been trying a lot of different things. We had a problem with the tape, and we were trying to clean it up. And right now we got it sitting in the sink with some dish soap and a car battery, and we're not sure if it's going to work or not, but we're praying like hell it will, and we'll have it out by March.
On that note,
Danzig guest stars. It's called Wallow Through the Elven Blood.
ratsaladreview.com. Find us on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube page. You can see all the video that we do, all the like little special effects I add to the shows and bad editing. What was that? Is that a cat?
The cat hit the door and it made the security system beep.
So please go do that, and please go to Lisa's Bandcamp page.
whitecrone.bandcamp.com
and lisaman.bandcamp.
and lisaman.bandcamp.com. I'm going to be putting some of my back catalog up there in the next week or so.
Real cool. And please subscribe to Ralph's pages or YouTube channel. Oh my God,
I have Bandcamp too.
You do have Bandcamp?
Yeah.
What is it? ThrasherDie.bandcamp.com?
I guess. Thrasher Die is at Bandcamp. I know that.
All right, well, just look up Thrasher Die at Bandcamp. And Almost Human 56 and the Vieira Vault. You can find that on his iTunes and what's that? Spreaker that you're always on. And he's on
YouTube and no, not iTunes. Apple Music. It's called now.
That's called. Oh, they changed
Apple
the name.
Music Podcast.
Oh, that's stupid. I hate when they change things, but you can also find them on our Rat Salad Review stuff too, as well. And the really cool thing is, if you have a Alexa, you can say, Alexa, play Rat Salad Review, and Rat Salad Review will come up. Isn't that cool?
Bonafide.
Yeah. So now we're getting up there in the world.
And just a warning, everybody out there: if you say Dr. Fuck, it'll give you herpes. So don't do that. Hey, Rat Salad Reviews. That's it. Don't mention Dr. Fuck.
Why does it hurt when I pee?
Hey, look at the bright side. You only catch herpes once.
You take that shit with you forever, like luggage.
Yeah.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. Right?
Comedian that said that.
Eddie Murphy.
Was it Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, he says venereal disease is getting bad. Now you got AIDS that comes right out and kills motherfuckers. What's next? I guess you just put your dick in it and explode. Girl be sitting on the bed like, maybe I should see a doctor about this.
Boogie.
I used to
On
skip
that
school.
note,
Yeah.
I used to skip school and watch Delirious, so I've seen that quite a bit.
One of the greatest stand-up comedies ever, Delirious.
All right. We will see you guys next time.
How would you like to?
bye.
Look at Charlie standing over there trying to eat a Frank with third-degree motherfucking burns, Gus.
Bye.
You guys shut up so I can turn this off. Bye. What about Into the Unknown? Anything stick out on that one?
The thing is, then we got Bjarne Holm on drums.
Right.
I think that was he played on that one.
Mm-hmm.
and it. I don't know if that changed the sound, but the songs were stronger. Some of the there was quite some strong songs on that one. I said the uninvited guest. That's a great song. I mean, and the video we did was fun. I was standing over. I had to play my solo on the edge of this. You don't call it a mountain, but it was a big drop down, and I was standing on the edge of it, looking down, and said, "Shit!" So, yeah.
Oh, a sand dune. What in the hell is that? Are you playing guitar in the middle of the interview? Oh, I thought
that was my fault.
He's writing new songs already while we're doing an interview.
Oh yeah.
See how good he is?
Like when the idea comes, you just go. No matter if you're in a studio or whatever.
That's funny. But yeah, Bjarne, you can definitely tell the difference between him and Snowy, because I think Bjarne has a more kind of more straight playing, and he is, I guess, more of a harder hitter than Snowy is. Like Snowy seems to go all over the place, where Bjarne's just like kind of like,
Exactly.
Right, with the music.
Bjarne is definitely a heavy rock drummer.
Yeah.
And that's why I chose him for my new album, Dennis Inferno.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Snowy was obvious for Dennis Sherman, and Bjarne is obvious for Inferno. Mm-hmm. So I'm very privileged, I can pick out these excellent drummers, for what's in my head, Yeah. So.
All right. So unfortunately, after Into the Unknown, you're gone. Why?
Yeah, I have to go. The thing is that was a very sad part of my life, and this time around it was not because of anybody who wanted to look like Motley Crue or angry with someone. My wife gave birth to my first child, and it was autistic.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I got a handicapped child.
Oh, wow.
So of course I had to drop anything to be near my family at that point.
Right. Yeah.
So it was heartbreaking, to go to King and Hank and say, "Bye, guys. I have to do this," and they understood. Yeah. And I said, "You need another guitarist," and they say, "No, wait," But I say, "Let me help you with this, because I know a guy who can play my parts, and a nice guy, and a big fan of Mercyful Fate, and that's a guy called Mike Wheat."
Yeah.
And then they took him to audition, and he fitted perfectly.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So you picked your own replacement, basically.
I picked Mike for him. So.
How do you think the albums were, after you left? It's a lot different.
I have to say there was something missing. But then again, with a smile on my face, of course, I can always locate stuff I would have done differently. If I was in, I would have done this and that and this. Right. The second one, I think, was it called Nine?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's better than Dead Again, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, but I was, to be honest, I was a bit disappointed when I heard Dead Again.
Yeah, so was I.
As compared to when I heard them with King Diamond after I left, after Abigail, then I got very jealous. Yeah, but I didn't get jealous when I heard Dead Again, because it was like, it's okay, but it was not really my taste.
Right. Yeah, it lost that chemistry that you and Hank had.
Yeah, but then again, Mike Wheat is a brilliant guitarist. He's not just good; he's a brilliant guitarist. Mm-hmm. So that I don't know. It was like they were not there 100% on that album.
Yeah.
It got better on the one after. The 9 album. That was
I
better.
thought so. Yeah, I thought so too.
I agree. I don't care for Dead Again, probably the only Mercyful Fate album I don't really like. It just sounds like the band on autopilot.
It was like there was something missing,
Yes.
They were not there 100% as composers and arrangers, in my opinion. Even though the playing is excellent, but it lacked something, But that's my opinion, and It's not. I'm not to judge, what the work they did on that one, but I prefer the one after. That was far better in my book.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
do you think he fits? Mike Weed fits into the his solo album better than he did with Mercyful Fate? I think he's done way better with King Diamond than.
Oh yeah, he fits perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, he's more like me in that band compared to be me in Mercyful Fate. If that makes sense, what I say.
Yeah,
it's more like he's more. It fits perfectly. These two, Andy and Mike. That's the perfect combination.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you, when you said earlier if Mercyful Fate ever did get back together, they would have the last lineup on the 9 album. Why do you think you wouldn't be asked to come back?
I mean, like I said, I'm ready and I'm in top form. I'm in top shape to do it, and I know the song by heart, and I know the fans will love it to have as much as the original lineup as possible. And I mean, with me and Hank on each side, that could be perfect. But then again, I know King he has his own ideas, and I saw it's only a month ago I saw an interview with him in a magazine called Metalized. And he said if he do this, it would possibly be with the last lineup with the Swedish guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think he has something. It could have been with the Dennis Sherman thing, I mean, I'm not the guy who stand with my hat in my hand, begging him to let me in. I mean, yeah, it's a long story, It takes something from all of us to be able to do that. And if somebody's not willing to go all the way, then it makes no sense in my book.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I'm ready. Did you ever get any feedback from him for the Dennis Sherman stuff?
Yeah, I got he got very upset because of the cover.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
really?
Because it was too close to Don't Break the Oath. And I mean, it's the same artist who did the painting, so yeah.
So whose idea was that? Was that the record label's idea?
No, we the artist gave us the artwork and say, do you like this? Sure.
Of course.
Wow, that's perfect, man. Yeah. And we bought it from him, and used it on the album cover. But that was not very popular
for somebody.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm the first to raise my glass and be happy if King get a nomination or have success with his tour and things, And I mean, there should be room to be happy when you see your old friends doing good. But I mean, yeah. Now I'm. I don't think we should go into this, but I mean, I believe it's a bit sad, but we leave it there.
Never say never, right?
Sure, because like I said, I'm in good shape and I'm informed to do it, and I'm ready anytime, any place, man.
All right.
And what I will do it for the fans first of all. I mean, I have so many people in my shop. They come from all over the world to visit me. From Brazil, Greece, Canada, Malaysia, all over the world to come. They go on vacation and drop by Copenhagen to say hello to Michael Denner. So and they will love. I mean, they will die for it. Mercyful Fate reunion. That will be a very big thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but I mean, it's up to him. If he what he feels like. I cannot do more than I do.
Exactly. Well, fans
just stay in shape.
Exactly. Fans can only hope. Well, stay on here. I'm going to just end this quick, and then we're going to go on to something else. So hold on.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Michael Denner, for coming on, and we really appreciate all the insight and all the backstories for all the Mercyful Fate and King Diamond albums that you were on. And, and we hope to have you back on again, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Now.
What?